Everyone, in this video I am going to explain you how to install Focus9 ERP. There are some few installation steps which you need to follow. First, you need to go to the Windows features on off option. Okay, to do that you have two options. One, you can select control panel and from there you can select it. Another is you can go from a run option. Click on run option, then just type appwiz.cpl. when you click on appwiz.cpl, on the left hand side you have Windows features on and off. In this you have to turn on some options like .NET frameworks, 3.5, 4.8, IIS, Internet Information Services. Okay, all these options you have to check it. All these options you have to check it. So I will just share you the document link also about this installation steps. Okay, once these are checked, once these all options are checked, then you need to collect the installation files, okay, from the Focus team, and then copy that files in one folder. It can be a C drive or D drive. Okay, once the files are copied, okay, there are some prerequisites which you need to do. One is SQL 2019 installation. Okay, SQL database installation. After the SQL database installation is done, you have to check the database is working or not. Okay, how to check that? Just type SSMS in the start button. Here you will get SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, the SQL Server Management Studio will open, and make sure that this Management Studio should open with SQL authentication. There are two authentication. One is Windows authentication, another is SQL authentication. So you should open this with SQL authentication. By default it will be set on Windows authentication. You have to change it to SQL authentication. So you can take any technical person help and do the SQL authentication. You have two authentications here, Windows authentication, SQL Server authentication. So you have to open this with the login and password credentials. When you connect it, so it should open like this. Here you should able to see the databases. Okay, once this is done, your SQL is done, then you have to go to the Focus installation folder. Let me take you to the installation folder. This is my installation folder. Here I have a Redis setup. Here I have a Redis setup. Okay, you have to run this setup. Okay, so I'm just giving as a repair because it is already installed. Otherwise you can just install it. Okay, once the Redis setup is done, then you need to do the Focus8 setup. Okay, Focus8 setup. Here you have a Focus8 setup. Here this is the Focus8 setup. Okay, you have to run as an administrator. Okay, here you have to give I accept the terms in the license agreement and click on next. Click on server setup. Okay, even check this POS web service and click on next. Okay, here it will give you either SQL Server is not installed on your system or SQL browser service is not, then you click on yes. Okay, here it will ask you the server name. This server name you have to copy from the SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, this is the server name. Okay, copy this, paste here, and then give your credentials of your SQL management. I'm just giving my login name and password. Then click on test connection. Then it will give you SQL Server connected successfully if you are using a proper credentials. Otherwise, the test will be failed. Okay, then remove this and click on install now. When you click on install now, the basic setup will be installed. Then you click on finish. Okay, once this is done, close this. Okay, now you have to go to the command prompt with a administrator prompt. Then you have to go to the installation folder. Okay, here I'll just connect as a command prompt and select as run as administrator. Now my installation folder is in D drive. It is in D drive. Okay, it is in Focus9 installation files. Here I have many files. Here what I have to do is I have to give a command called msixec/a then foc. Okay, here I have so many files. As I shown you in my file, these all files are there. Okay, so I have to run each and every file with that command. Okay, click on next, then next, and then next. So like this, each and every command I have to, each and every file I have to execute with this command. Okay, to get these files one by one, what you can do is you just type msixec/a foc, just press tab. Okay, you just click on tab one by one. Okay, then press enter. Like this you can select each file and install. Okay, this is my last file which I need to finish. After this there is one more file which is Focus API. That file is available in the latest patch folder. Okay, I will just show you how to install that also. Okay, I have a latest patch. So I'm using this September patch here. Okay, here I have my file called named with 06 Focus API. Okay, this is the Focus API file. Okay, once this setup is done, then you need to go to the inet manager. Okay, here on the start button, just go to command prompt. Okay, in the start button, just type as run app. Okay, then just type inet manager and click on OK. When you click on inet manager, here you will see all the folders. Okay, now on every folder you have to right click and you have to convert to application. Okay, like this you have to convert all the folders, you need to convert. Okay, once this is done, just close it. Then you have a focus reg file. You need to just import that file, okay, to the reg edit. I'm just going to the installation folder again. Here I have focus reg file. Just double click on this, it will import to the registry editor. Okay, once this is done, then you have MSI run as administrator registry. You have to double click on this. Okay, now I have finished with the installation. Now I will install the latest patch. Before installing the latest patch, there is one folder called Focus8. That folder you have to take it from the working ERP. This is Focus8 folder I have already there in wroot. This one I will extract here. Okay, here I am extracting in the same folder C inet pub wroot Focus8w. I'll just extract here. Okay, after extracting this folder, you need to update with the latest patch. Okay, so now we have finished with the focus at W folder. Okay, now after this you have to go to C drive, inetpub, W root. Okay, in every folder you have to check the db config file. Okay, you have to check the db config loop file in the bin folder. Okay, in every folder there is a bin folder. Inside the bin folder there is a XML files. In this you have a db config file. Open with the notepad. You have to check for the data source. Okay, this source should be your SQL data source. Now how to see that? Go to your SQL. Okay, this is your data source, so copy this. Okay, and change this SQL data source. Okay, at present I have the same name, so I don't need to copy, so I'm just putting the same name. Now the same db config file I have to copy in all the folders. Okay, I'll go to W root, Focus API, bin, XML files. I'll just copying here, I'm just replacing. So like this you copy in all the folders, in every bin XML. Okay, now I have finished copying db config file in all the folders of inet W root. Okay, once this is done, you need to give the access to all the folders. Okay, in C program files there is a focus softnet folder. Under that you have focus 8 folder. Okay, you have to set the properties of that folder. Okay, let me show you now. Click on folder, click on this PC, double click on C drive, click on program x86, then here you will see focus softnet. Okay, right click on this, click on properties. In security, this has to set for everyone. If it is not there, just edit it and then add it like this. Okay, then tick all these options. Okay, like this you have to do it for 3 folders. One is focus softnet, and in C there is a temp folder, C Windows temp folder. Okay, even for this folder also you need to set the properties as everyone. Okay, like this. Then you have one more folder called temp. Just type run application, just type %temp %, enter. Okay, for this folder, see users get checkry app data local temp, you have to give an access. Okay, copy this. Okay, see users get checkry. Okay, then you have a temp folder. Okay, local. Okay, you have a local folder. Okay, come to local. Here you have a temp folder. This also you set the properties as everyone. Okay, like this you have to set the properties to all the 3 folders. Once the properties are set, okay, once the properties are set, then you have to install the patch. Go to your installations folder, Focus9 folder. You have a patch folder here. You go to the latest patch. Here you have 2 files. One is a desktop file and one is web file. So let me do the desktop first. I just right click, run as administrator. Okay, when you are installing this file, in this folder you have one readme file. Okay, just double click on this and see if there are any instructions given. Okay, here they have given one instruction: extract desktop patch and replace focus transaction.dll in so and so folder. So they are telling us to copy this folder in a particular folder. Okay, once this extraction is done, okay, once this extraction is done, let us copy this folder in the above said path. Okay, now this is finished. Now in the readme folder they are saying transaction this focus should copy .pldll. Okay, in wroot focus.transaction folder. So let me copy this as instructed. C inet folder wroot transaction dot focus.transaction. Okay, this one. Okay, in the bin folder, let me copy that file. Okay, I copied it. After this, I go to the same folder, in the same patch folder. Then I'll extract Focus9 web. Okay, I'll just update Focus9 web. Okay, once the Focus9 web patch is updated, then you can go to the start menu and go to the run option. Here you give services for MSC, services.msc. Here you will have ASP.NET service. Okay, this should be running. Okay, this should be running. Okay, this should be set up as automatic. If it is not running, then click on start button. Okay, it is already started. Make sure this should be running. Apply and then OK. Once this is done, you need to go to IIS with a shortcut. Okay, then you check the folders. Okay, all the folders are converted, or now you see these 2 folders are not converted. Let me convert this and let me convert this, and then I'll reset my IIS. Click here, click on this folder and reset the IIS. Okay, once the IAS is reset, minimize this. Okay, in the C path, okay, program x86, you have a focus of net. Inside that you have a subfolder called focus8. You search for a Focus9 executable file. Okay, here you have a focus executable file. Just right click on this and you can send this to your desktop. Okay, now send this to your desktop. Here you have an option called send to desktop, create shortcut. Okay, now this icon, this executable file is sent to your desktop. You can search here, right click on this, go to the properties. Okay, here in properties, go to compatibility. Okay, here you set as run this program as an administrator. Okay, once this is done, just double click on this. This is the desktop edition. Click OK. It will take some time, but the application will be responsive. Okay, see here, now I have installed my SQL in D drive, so it is taking my database path as D path. So this particular menu should come when the installation is done successfully. Just click on OK. Okay, just click on OK. See, okay, once the database path is set, just click on company list. I have already have the companies in my existing database, so it is showing all the companies. For you, it will show as a new company. Here you have an option called create company. Click on create company and you can create the, here you can give the login name as admin and then focus. Okay, sign in. So here the company details will open. I'll just give my company name, I'll give my password. Okay, my accounting date I can set it. Okay, let me set for April 1st. Okay, then I click on OK. So this country language you can set as per your country and language, and click on OK. Okay, once this is done, your installation is complete, the desktop version. Okay, for the web version, I'll show you some points to check in the IAS manager. Let me finish this desktop version successfully. Also, please note that if there is any problem in the db config database path, then this menu will not respond. So if you have any issues, please check your db config path is properly specified or not. First time it will take some time for setting up a company, but second time the responsive will be very faster. And one more thing I want to highlight here, if you have a registered license, so there is one file which will be sent by the Focus team. I'll just show you where to copy that file to have a registered license. Okay, so now the company is created successfully. I'll just click on OK. Now see, my company is showing here, Demo Chakri. Okay, I'll just log in. Okay, I'll just sign in. So after we sign in, I will show you how to check your registered license number. Okay, I'll just show you. Okay, this is how it will open. You can just check this. Okay, once the company is loaded, here on the left hand side you can see about Focus9. Just double click on this. Here you see the license to, it is saying unregistered. Now one Focus team will send you the registered license to you. They will send one file called Focus. I'll just close this. Okay, focusres.fif file. Just copy this file, okay, in a particular folder. I'll just show you what is that folder. Go to this PC, C drive, inetpub, wroot. Here you have focus-security.web. Double click on this, click on bin folder, copy that file here. Also you have to copy that file in one more folder in wroot, focus@w bin folder here. Okay, I'm just replacing with the old file. Okay, this is how you have to copy. So let me just open this again. Now the response is very fast. I'll just open, sign in. Okay, let me click on about Focus again, double click. Now you see I got a CD ID number here. So this is my license number. Okay, the license credentials will be shared by the Focus team. You can get in touch with them for these details. Now I'll show you how to execute the web version. Before executing the web version, you need to go to IIS Manager. In this you have to go to sites, default website. Here you have Focus@w. Okay, here you just click here and click on browse HTTP. When you click this browse HTTP, here the browser should get opened. If the browser is opened, then you are successful in the Focus9 ERP application. First time it will take some time. Now you see my browser got a web version got opened. I can see all the companies. Okay, so I can log in with my demo checkery company. Okay, I'll just sign in. So like this you can installation the web version. So this is the installation presentation. Hope you like my video. If you like my video, please subscribe and like. Thank you.